Welcome to the Lunchroom podcast, episode 7.
Raise the roof.
Took a little week off last week for Thanksgiving, but we're back.
Family first.
We're better than ever.
Family is first.
Silas, Max, and Jacob coming to you from Colorado.
And Jacob's basement.
And Jacob's basement.
The studio is actually a lunchroom.
Yep.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We've been
This is
spotted.
not a basement. Okay.
He has a lunchroom in his basement, don't worry.
We got a
Don't even fret, guys.
big episode today. Let's start off with some boxing. Jake Paul absolutely annihilated Nate Robinson. The real question now poses, who should Jake Paul fight next? He called out Conor McGregor, Khabib, KSI, and Logan Paul. Who should he fight, Max?
I mean, it'd be so funny to see him fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khabib.
He would get...
He would just get absolutely raped, and
Yeah.
it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I would pay. I don't pay pay-per-view ever. I would pay for
I would
that.
pay for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see a beatdown.
Yeah.
It would be like 30 seconds and it'd be like the waste of $100, but
Yeah.
it's got a Dana White. Get on that.
Yeah,
okay?
get on that,
Yeah.
I think the obvious choice though has got to be KSI.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could say his brother, but like KSI beat his brother. Has been talking crap about Logan Paul all this time. I think you just got to do it.
Yep.
What do
I
you
agree. I mean, if he can beat his brother, I would like to see if he can beat Jake.
I don't think he could beat his brother because his brother was like a all-state wrestler.
Yeah.
He was like a god.
So you think KSI would win?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're boxing, not kickboxing.
Yeah.
So
Who
I think
would-
KSI would win.
Do you think Logan Paul or Jake Paul would win in a boxing match?
In a boxing match?
Yeah.
I don't know their statistics.
I think Logan Paul is like, he got a tie and then lost.
I need to know his height, his weight.
Yeah, I think they're like...
His reach.
Yeah, his reach.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
I feel
Could
like...
not tell you.
Yeah, I don't even
I
know.
hope Logan Paul.
Me too.
I hate Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, if you're watching this, we would not want to have you on the show. Fuck you.
He's gonna be the only one that actually reaches out and be like,
He's like,
shit.
hey guys.
I guess. You can come on. All right. Multiple NFL
That'd
teams
be a key
have
episode.
been
Yeah.
affected by COVID throughout the year. How do you think the NFL is handling it thus far? Also, which is the craziest story COVID has brought to the league? Big question, Silas.
The big question.
Well, I mean, this goes all the way back to the beginning.
all the way back
all
since
the way.
1920 when NFL was
I
first
think-
founded.
I think even the 1800s it was around, but anyways,
I mean, bats were alive like thousands
That's a
of
good
years.
point.
So,
ever since the first bat, we're getting off topic anyway.
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
The craziest story concerning COVID. I mean, there's been a ton, but I think right now, actually I'd like to see the Broncos get, because there's a lot of backlash saying that because we don't have a all-star quarterback that we didn't get postponed. And when Lamar gets it, they push it all the way back to a Wednesday, and people
Crazy.
are saying it's not fair.
Yeah.
It isn't fair.
We wouldn't have won either way. So.
That's a good point.
Bro, you
But
never
still,
know.
No.
They
I
played,
know.
They didn't play that good.
our defense is pretty good,
Yeah.
despite putting up 31.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions and no touchdowns against the Saints and lost 38-3. The Broncos with Kendall
Hinton. Yeah.
Hinton
the
had
goat.
1 interception. And
I thought you had two.
then Tom Brady had 3.
No,
And
it was
0 touchdowns.
he almost threw 3, but only one of them was. Oh no, maybe it was
No, he
2.
had 2. He had 2.
Yeah.
It was two, yeah.
And
Still.
lost 31-3. So you know what this means, right?
You also got one completion.
Yeah.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about
I'm going here. This is my quick max of the day.
Oh, okay.
Kendall Hinton
Hinton.
is literally the best player of all time. He's better than Brady.
He's better than Tom Brady. There you go.
Stats prove it.
We would
Good
love to have you
point.
on the show, Kendall Hinton.
We could actually we can't get him.
Yeah, we can.
We could have gotten him before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not anymore because he's a star. All right.
We're not even done with
I know.
COVID.
What is the craziest COVID story this year?
The Glendale 49ers, Arizona 49ers coming at you for
Yeah.
3 weeks.
I'm still confused
That's
how
crazy.
that's gonna happen.
Are they
It
gonna,
worked.
paint the field.
Yeah,
49ers
like,
logo?
will they play just with the Arizona stuff?
Yeah, well, like it works out because all of the home games that the 49ers have, that would
Is
be in
Arizona
Arizona.
away?
Arizona's away,
Oh, that works.
except one where
Isn't
they
week
play Arizona.
Oh, that's
So
Well, that would work out either way.
yeah.
Arizona just get 2 home games.
I hope they put like the banners
yeah.
of like the 49ers players up there for the home games.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like they just have like Jimmy Garoppolo and Debo Samuel
Yeah.
on top of the.
Cardinals players.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. Like over
Okay.
Larry Fitz. You know how bad they would be?
Yeah, that would not go over well.
No.
I think one of the craziest stories is that no team has had to forfeit.
That's a good point.
Like,
yeah.
Every game has been played so far.
every single game, and I don't know if every game should have been played. Like,
Do you think every game is going to be played for the rest of the season?
I don't know if that Steelers Ravens game is gonna be played.
I don't know either.
On Wednesday?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
I think.
We could predict it. It's
Yeah.
Will it be played? But no, I think they'll have a week 18, and there'll be just a bunch of makeup games.
Yeah, for all the teams that.
Yeah.
It'll just be like the Steelers Ravens and
The only game in week
it'll ruin
18.
their bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Big Ben gets hurt, and then their Mason Rudolph comes in.
The GOAT.
The goat.
So let's hope they don't play the Browns.
Do you have Do you think there's a craziest story of the league
Besides any of those.
Yeah.
I feel like we covered it, except. Yeah, I just think it's kind of crazy that I feel like many people thought the Titans should have to forfeit, and they didn't. And now many people think the Ravens should have to forfeit, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised about how the NFL hasn't shown a willingness to cancel games.
Right.
As
I know.
almost 20 players on the Ravens have gotten it, and they're
Well,
just,
what if-
insane.
What do you do if you cancel that game? Because that's a big game to cancel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a big game, but like
Because then they'll both have one less.
one
Win or
regular
loss.
season game and an NFL year, like 20 people, more than 20 people's health.
That's a good
So it's like
Well, I think you can still push it back.
you could push it back, but like the willingness to push it back like 4 days, I don't know.
Would you cancel it if you're the NFL?
I would postpone it till a further date, like postpone
Really?
it indefinitely until like I don't know. I don't see or like they have the Steelers play back-to-back days.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
They would be so
Double
mad.
header.
Yeah.
Oh, Juju would just find out their TikTok dance though.
Yeah.
He'd do like "Lonely" by Justin Bieber.
Him and
then-
Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
God, these.
Alrighty. Joe Burrow tore his MCL and ACL and other major ligaments in his knee. How do you think this will ultimately affect his career, Max?
This is a big knee injury. Like this is huge. This is comparable to like what Teddy Bridgewater did
Yeah.
a couple of years ago with the Vikings. I'm just worried about if Joe Burrow can sustain his knee because he's kind of a running quarterback. Like he's mobile.
Well, he's still young. Yeah.
He's young too, so this is really gonna limit his mobility. He's gonna have to be a pretty big pocket presence, which in college he was really good at that, but he also relied a lot on escaping the pocket and having that outside threat of running. So it remains to be seen. I just think it's gonna be tough for him to bounce back, but I think the Bengals are gonna be committed because he still might miss like part of the 2021 season.
People are saying that he should just hold out just in case because the Bengals don't really have an immediate future.
I mean, they have a lot of good weapons. They
Yeah,
got
but they're
Boyd,
still
Higgins,
young.
Green,
I mean, I don't see them winning a Super Bowl next year.
Who's their backup?
Zach. No, what's his name?
don't
Ryan Finley.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Finley, the GOAT.
This is a year for backup QBs.
I know, for real. Yeah. Or fourth
And
string
then-
wide receivers.
Yeah. Slash
Not
running
even
back.
fourth string, a practice squad.
Yeah, practice squad wide receiver.
That didn't even practice.
Yeah.
He had to learn. He learned 10% of the playbook in 30 plays, the night before the game happened.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I wish in the last 2 minutes they just let him go in.
I
and
know.
let him throw a touchdown.
Dude, I was
Like,
thinking that.
I was so angry when they had. I was so angry they had Melvin running
Yeah.
Wildcat.
I know, yeah. It's not like they were gonna. It's not like the Broncos were gonna win. The Saints should have just been like, you know what? Give them a pass.
They should have had
Yeah.
Garrett Bowles with like talk to their team and who's like,
Mhm.
it goes.
give
mind
him,
if
give
you
him
let-
something.
Can you let Hinton get a touchdown?
Please.
I got Judy on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Garrett Bowles sounded like.
All right. What do you guys think about Matt Patricia and the Lions GM getting fired? Sorry.
I think it's about time that it happened.
He's been there for a while.
I know
right?
they didn't want
Couple
it.
years.
They had a lot of promise with him, but I think he should have stayed in New England, personally. Like their offensive coordinator did. I forget his name.
Josh McDaniels.
Yes.
The funny part about Matt Patricia getting fired is they fired Jim Caldwell, who's consistently going like 11-5 and making the playoffs with the Lions. And then once they fired him, Calvin Johnson retires. So hiring Matt Patricia is partly one of the reasons why Calvin Johnson leaves. Their best player since Barry Sanders, who's probably the best running back of all time. But the problem with that is they hired Matt Patricia thinking he was going to take them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the Lions, that is impossible.
That did not happen.
They've
That
even
will
made
not
the
happen.
NFC Championship, have they?
They made it one time.
They have.
Barry Sanders.
Wow.
And they lost.
Good for them.
A while ago.
So they're really good.
They're
Really
the
good.
best team in the league.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, Eminem likes them.
There you go.
All of TikTok likes the Lions for some reason.
Because they comment
They
on
come
every
on
post.
every single.
I think if we do a segment, you post a segment of TikTok, tag the Lions, we will get a like.
Like this, Lions.
Come on,
This
Lions.
is going on TikTok.
This will be the clip.
Yeah.
Come on, watch this podcast.
Lunchroom podcast.
I have family in Michigan. Come on. Come on, I love the Lions.
He's a hard time fan.
Matthew Stafford's like literally my god.
Yeah.
I pray to him every night.
Yeah.
This
Dear
is-
Lord.
This is actually his college jersey, not Duncan. So.
Alrighty. The Lions and the Cowboys have been staples to play on Thanksgiving for decades. But after absolutely awful performances this year and almost every single year, should there be teams to replace them? And if so, who and why? Max.
I don't think the Lions should be replaced.
Yeah, we can't just go talking about that.
Yeah, we love you, Lions.
Yeah, Lions, you suck. You don't deserve to eat on Turkey Day. No, you're the best. I think the Cowboys should be replaced. They don't really need it. I think it'd be cool to mix it up. Maybe give it to another historic franchise like the Bears or something. You give it to the Broncos. You give it to the Patriots.
Packers.
Titans.
Packers would be fun.
I think you should put Bears,
Titans.
Packers. Because
I know.
one of
Such
the
a
best
big
rivalries
rivalry, yeah.
ever.
Then you can have the Steelers, Ravens.
What?
That was
In
supposed to be.
NFL. I'm just thinking here. Maybe we should have the
Just
Steelers,
saying.
Ravens play on Thanksgiving. I don't know.
And
It's a
maybe
good idea.
we should do it without them getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have not gotten COVID since the NFL season started.
Me too. So
17
think I have
years.
either.
And
you
guys
must
can't
be
even
doing
last a
something
week?
wrong.
God, it's
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing
Embarrassing.
because the Bears are playing the Packers. And
Yeah.
I do think the Lions should keep it because they don't have anything else to cheer for because they suck every year. No, they're just kidding. They're the best team in the league.
Alrighty. What is going on with the Eagles, guys, and Carson Wentz, and how do they fix this? Si?
I mean, I don't know what happened ever since he got hurt. Like every year, for the past 2-3 years, he's not been the same. In 2017, everyone was like, "Oh my God, we need to get someone like this guy because he's gonna be a great."
He was gonna win MVP if
Yeah,
he didn't
He
get
was, and then was that the year they won the Super Bowl? With
hurt. It
Nick
was
Foles?
the year they won the Super Bowl.
yeah.
So that makes me also think that maybe it was just the Eagles were good, and it was Carson Wentz was just a part of that because they still won with Nick Foles, and we all know Nick Foles is not that good.
No, Nick Foles is also the GOAT. He
But
should play on Thanksgiving.
Concerning this
Yeah.
year, I think you have to give Hurts a chance. That's why you drafted him. I don't know why you take that quarterback that high if you're not planning on having
real.
him for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing about Carson Wentz. He's been playing terrible. I mean, I know a lot of their weapons are out, but they've had Miles Sanders. They could just hand the ball off to him 20 times a game. They
yeah,
haven't.
I'm also pissed about that. Anyone want Miles Sanders?
So I lost
Full-
in fantasy.
Fulgham has been playing really well for a receiver.
Except
They-
recently.
I mean, he's recently.
Ever since Jeffrey came back, he's got like one catch every game.
He's still a pretty big target.
I think they should use him more.
I think they should use him more. Goddard is
He's
Wentz
pretty
is,
good.
He's really good. I mean, Zach Ertz is hurt, but besides that, they're getting weapons back, and Carson Wentz is still declining. He leads the league in interceptions, but the difference between him and, let's say, Jameis Winston last year is he's not throwing the touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting the yards. So I don't know. Like, you put Jameis Winston on this roster, maybe throw a little more interceptions, but you also probably get more touchdowns.
I'm also confused why the Saints wanted Jameis Winston if they're not even going to use him
I don't know.
when Drew Brees doesn't even play.
I don't know why.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know why Jameis Winston even went to the Saints. I don't know why it didn't.
Exactly.
Because
Should went to the Broncos.
he should have gone to, like, the Cowboys instead of Andy Dalton.
I think we
His
should pick
dad.
up Kaepernick, like you were saying the other day.
I told that to Ryan, and he was like,
He was so
"Are you
mad."
kidding?
What?
Like, dude, this is about
not
football.
this is not a political stance.
Yo.
This is
Football
totally
stance.
unrelated.
We just
Football stance.
we just think
Kaepernick is a good
Drew
player.
Lock is not getting it done, and we'd
Yeah.
like to see the Broncos win, and it'd be funny to see Kaepernick play and everyone's reaction. So
I agree.
go Kaepernick.
Go Broncos.
Who do you think's gonna win NFC East?
The NFC East. Can no one win? Is that
Yeah.
an option?
That would be
Can you
good.
just put like the Rams or the Vikings in the playoffs
For real,
instead,
yeah.
and then call it a day? Like
Or even the 49ers? They're starting to come back.
Yeah.
Debo, the goat.
Bro, he had a big game.
God, do you say like the Giants?
They're winning right now.
I know.
But without Dan.
no,
that's another thing.
isn't
Daniel Jones is hurt.
Daniel Jones? So the Redskins, they won. They beat the.
They're 4-7 too.
Oh yeah.
They destroyed. Who did they play?
The Lions.
They destroyed them.
I was looking at all the schedules, and
No. Washington played the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, it was like 41.
They
to
beat 'em
17.
twice, like by a lot.
It's
But that's the only team they can beat.
Antonio Gibson is the goat.
For
I
real.
hate him, dude. He
Me
killed me.
too.
But anyways, I think I was looking at all the schedules, and I think the Cowboys are gonna take it only because
Really?
their schedule is
Well, here's the
complete
thing,
dog.
well, here's the thing. Even so, they don't know how to win football games. So it's like.
I know, but I just can't deny it. I mean, they have Andy Dalton back, and they're starting to do a little bit better.
Who are they playing?
I don't know. You should look it up because I don't remember.
I will.
You know what? I don't want the Cowboys in the playoffs.
I don't either, but I think it's gonna
But I
happen.
also don't want them to get a high draft pick. So I hope like everyone in the division wins out. They all go like 8-8. One team wins it or something. That's what I hope happens.
It's kind of there's okay. So they play the Ravens, which they're gonna lose.
Yep.
Mhm.
49ers,
They're
kinda
gonna
have a
lose.
chance. Giants, they're probably gonna win. Bengals, they're probably gonna win. Well, I don't know. And then they play the Eagles.
I could see them losing all those games.
I think
Except
it's gonna
for
be toss-up.
I don't think they're gonna beat the Ravens.
No, the Cowboys losing all those games.
Oh really? The Cowboys?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys will lose to the Ravens. I think the Cowboys will lose to the Niners. I think they'll lose to the Giants.
Really.
The Bengals are a toss-up.
They'll beat the Bengals.
Didn't the Bengals win?
Did they?
I think they won with Finley.
Did they really? I need to look
Yeah.
this up.
And then who cares? Eagles Cowboys.
Biggest game of the year.
Amazing. It's after Christmas. Hooray!
Hooray! Alrighty.
We should stop talking about the Eagles. I'm getting sick of them.
Bengals lost
Who'd they-
It was
who'd they
close
play?
though.
to the Giants.
See?
Oh. You
See?
right.
Okay.
All right, Sarah Fuller, congratulations, was the first ever female to start in a Power 5 school in history. What are your guys' thoughts on this, Max?
Not impressed. Should have been a punter. No.
Just cold remarks.
No. It's really cool to see her play. Although there's some asterisks to it. Like Vanderbilt's literally like the worst team ever, and the kick wasn't good. But it's like
History.
it's history though. It's pretty cool to watch. I wish Vanderbilt got within like field goal range so we could see her kick a field goal.
I know. Is she gonna start next week?
I'm not positive, like COVID. So I have no idea.
Yeah, I'd really like to see her attempt.
I
a field
don't
goal.
really pay attention to Vanderbilt football because they are like 0-8.
I don't think they deserve to be D1, but here we are.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like JUCO might be a better route for them.
Yeah.
You know,
High school football team.
Sarah Fuller can go to like some other team that doesn't have a kicker.
Yeah.
D1, but
I'm excited
cool.
to see her play. Like,
Yeah.
for real, for real.
Yeah, I want to see her make a field goal.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna watch Vanderbilt, but I'll pay attention when a post comes on about her making a field goal.
Yeah.
Because I don't
This is
want to
pretty
watch
cool.
Vanderbilt. They suck.
I
It
don't
was
think
like 50.
I don't
to
think
nothing.
anybody wants to watch. I don't think Vanderbilt wants to watch.
Not even Vanderbilt. Like their players want to watch them.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
no, why am I playing?
That's why they're so bad. They won't watch film of themselves.
Because it's too bad.
It gets them depressed.
If
Or
they're
like,
sick, they're physically sick. Watching Vanderbilt is proven to get you COVID.
Who would win between Vanderbilt and the team that shall not be named?
oh,
Who's coaching the team shall not be named. Is this before? Is this after the season, or is Adam?
Adam Gase is still coaching.
Probably
Why?
the team shall not be named because they're an NFL team.
What about them versus Bama?
Bama for sure.
I don't know.
Why is this?
This is close. This is close.
I want to see that game.
I know, right?
I wish they did like remember the Browns when it owns
Yeah.
the team. That was the talk of everyone.
Yeah.
The funny part about when the Browns went 0-16, you could get tickets for $2.
No way, really.
Yeah, it was insane. I was like, "Sorry, we have to go to Cleveland."
Road trip.
We're gonna watch this team.
All right, DK Metcalf has been very impressive this year, and there has been a lot of comparisons going on about his play. Who does he remind you of the most, and how good do you think he can possibly be, Si?
He really reminds me of Calvin Johnson. They're both big, strong receivers with a lot of speed,
Bro, he's huge.
good hands. I'm surprised he went that far in the draft. I think he should have went a lot earlier.
Yeah, he was the end of the second round, right?
Yeah.
He was that 3rd-round pick, I thought. Here's the thing, though, about DK. Like, when he was in college, he didn't have 1,000-yard receiving year. He really only ran streaking routes, and he also had A.J. Brown as his teammate. So it's like...
Yeah.
He wasn't even
How
the
is
best-
that team not good? Like, Ole Miss, they had A.J. Brown and Metcalf, the two biggest, strongest, fastest wide receivers in the league right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got Scary Terry coming out.
But still, that team should have been a lot better than it was. I don't know what they're doing down there in Ole Miss.
I can see the Calvin Johnson part going around. I just don't think... Calvin Johnson is pretty much the Bo Jackson of receivers, though. There's not... I don't think DK is as fast. He's not as tall as Calvin
He's
was.
fast. You see him run down Baker?
Okay, but like
Yeah.
at Calvin's height with his speed, like it's insane.
But same with Metcalf. He's huge.
He's huge,
He went,
but
what,
like,
like 21
here's the
miles
thing:
an hour,
the first couple years that Calvin was in the league, he was putting up insane stats with Dan Orlovsky. Okay, he didn't have Stafford until 2009, and he was drafted in like 2007. So, can you imagine what Calvin would have done if he had Russell Wilson?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think he's going to be great?
Oh, I think he's going to be amazing. I think he's probably going to be around what Julio is. But I
Yeah.
don't know if he's going to be what Calvin is. But
Only
that
time will
remains
tell.
to
Yeah, I
be
don't know.
seen. Because there's some games where he goes off, like, we're just riding his high. But remember, like, last couple weeks, he only had, like, 30 yards and drops. Like, last 2 weeks, he's dropped
Yeah, in
2
that end zone.
touchdowns. So,
Just by A.J. Brown?
he did catch
He needs to
touchdown.
be in discussions for
the 3rd best receiver taken in that draft.
first. First best receiver.
Where's
taken.
your AJ Brown jersey?
It's in the wash.
I'm going to be honest. Scary Terry might be better than DK.
You think?
I just don't think he gets enough buzz, you know? Like,
Well, I don't know.
I mean, you got to compare it, though. You have Alex Smith versus Russell Wilson throwing them the ball.
I still think DK is built better.
Imagine
he's
if
built better, he's a
AJ
better athlete, but I think McLaurin reminds me more of Lockett. So, like, just a speed guy, possession receiver, not over the top, gonna beat you. I think without McLaurin, Washington's the worst team in that division. With him,
They still
Probably.
could be the worst team.
they still could be the worst team, but I don't think they are. I don't know who is, but I don't think.
I think
are.
they're all pretty bad.
I think
Yeah.
I think the discussion has to be for McLaurin being better than Metcalf. Not saying he is,
No.
but I think there's a good possibility he could be
What about A.J. Brown or McLaurin?
McLaurin.
No way.
Yeah, you switch them. Titans get
His
better.
yards after catch is the best I've ever seen in a long time.
Titans get
Who's
better.
this, AJ?
Well,
Yeah.
AJ Brown's been, besides last week, he's been really on a decline for the last 4 weeks or so.
Not really.
I mean, if you look at his stats, he's had like 1 reception for 7 yards.
No, he's had one reception for like 80 yards and a touchdown.
So I know for a fact that's not
I'm a
true.
fan of this team. I
have
know
him
what
in
he's been
fantasy.
doing.
I'm just gonna.
He's gotten
be
like
wrong
20
with
points
it.
every week except for 1 week.
Really?
Yeah. When they played the
Don't you
Colts the
have
first
him?
time.
Yeah, I do have him.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's been all right. Like last 2 weeks.
Oh, 20 points is not all right. That's pretty good. When you average 20.
Not as good as fuck. Who's Nick's?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. Dude, he's also
Well, he's better than all of them.
really.
Yeah. Right now, at least. But it is Aaron Rodgers throwing to him, so.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson,
I just
Ryan
gotta-
Tannehill.
Yeah!
And Terry McLaurin does have 300 more receiving yards than
On the season.
AJ Brown. Just gotta say.
Because they don't have a Derrick Henry.
Is
Yeah,
that-
for real.
Well, no one has a Derrick Henry.
That doesn't
He had
matter,
a big
though.
game. All right, let's get into our week 13 pick'ems. We'll start it off with Browns versus Titans. We do not have a Thursday night game because we have a Wednesday game tomorrow. Still in week 12, which is weird. But let's get into
You wanna
Browns
pre- you wanna
versus
predict that
Titans.
game?
Huh?
Yeah, we
You wanna
could.
You want to predict that game?
Yeah, sure we can. It's not going to be up, but we can predict it.
Just say a team who you think's gonna win.
Steelers.
Oh, I'll go Ravens. I don't care.
Because they won't have Lamar.
Yeah, you don't even need to write this down. It's just be fun.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what? RG3 is taking him to the promised land.
What about Trace McSorley?
Oh, is he?
I think he's out too.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
Oh, that
hurt.
sucks. I want to see him play.
Oh yeah, you don't want to see RG3 play? RG3
mean-
is the goat.
Trace McSorley.
They have too many players on COVID to win that game.
No, they're not winning that game, but I just really want to see RG3.
All right, who you got? Browns versus Titans.
Who?
Sai.
Titans. They literally beat the crap out of him last year with Mariota. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
they
That
deserve-
is- that
The
is-
Browns are on a comeback, bro.
the Browns are 8-3 somehow. I don't know how the hell that happens, but I don't think they're really that good.
Si, you want me
What
to
are the
tell you?
Titans? Are they 8-3?
You want me to tell you why the Browns are 8-3?
Why?
Because they play literally the worst teams in the league.
Exactly.
They
They don't deserve to be 8-3.
no, they they play the NFC East
Mm-hmm.
and they
Same
play
with
the
Steelers.
the third teams in every division.
Yeah, they play the easy schedule, and they
Besides
still lost
the-
3 games.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they
Wait, who
almost
did they
lost to the
lose
Texans. They almost lost to the Jaguars last week. So
Whenever they play a good team, they get destroyed. They got
True.
destroyed by the Ravens. They got destroyed by the Steelers, and they lost to the Raiders.
yeah, I don't think
So whenever
the
they play a
Titans are
good
going to win
team,
this game. Titans are going to win this
if they
game.
don't, they have some serious concerns.
Um,
I bought tickets to this game,
and
but it got canceled.
That sucks. That would have been a good
no,
game.
the game's still going on. So I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry,
my
what are you
tickets got
doing here?
canceled. Oh shit, you're right. I should be in Nashville right now.
Yeah, dude, what are you doing? You got the jersey? Let's go.
Yeah.
You packed?
Let's go right now. We'll just pause this later.
What is this, Max? Raiders versus
I'm gonna let you guess what team that is.
Cheat? No. Oh, wait. It's not the Broncos.
For those in the audience,
don't know
I
what
did
team is it.
Raiders versus an underline because
I get
this
it.
team shall not be named.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it
'Cause
a
we're
lot.
so we're just gonna go with the Raiders.
All right.
Even though they got butt
I
clapped.
don't even care.
Yeah, I don't either. They're gonna bounce back.
All right.
I've been right on every week against the team that shall not be
Yeah.
named.
Yeah, me too.
They're giving me my best record.
Yeah.
They're the new Browns. Or the new old Browns. All right, we
New
got
old Browns.
Jaguars, Vikings, Max.
I'm going with the Vikings on this one. Vikings, they could be in a place.
Cook's out, though, right?
Cook still, I don't care.
Do you think they'll make the playoffs?
Yeah, well, I'm just about to say they could. They've won 4 out of the last 5.
I don't think they will.
I mean, I don't know if they will because they start out the seasons so slow, but I think they got a chance.
And
Is
the teams
Thielen-
ahead of them are too good.
Thielen's still out. Does he have COVID? I forget what.
Yeah, he had COVID last week. I don't know if
No,
he's still...
he'll be playing.
Let's go.
Vikings. I mean, this is Jaguars.
Yeah,
They've
it's
won.
the Jaguars.
They've won 1 game.
They won week 1, and then they're, what, 0-10?
10, yeah.
Still better
1
than
and
the team
10.
that should not be named. Just throwing it out there.
By 1 win.
Barely. I want to see that game, bro.
Yeah,
Have
me
they
too.
played this season?
Mm-mm.
I think they do.
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
such
they
a
might,
good game.
actually.
So, Sai, who you got? Vikings?
Yep. Jaguars are too bad.
Oh, they don't.
And
Who's their quarterback?
Glennon, I think.
Oh, yeah. Is it Mike?
Mike Glennon.
Didn't they almost beat... Who did they almost
The
beat?
Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why the Browns should not win that game.
Yep. There you go. Coming full circle. Here we go. Bengals, Dolphins. Sai, who you got?
Dolphins.
There's not so far. There have been not close games.
Yeah, for real.
I'm also going with the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
I think Tua's gonna be back.
What?
Right.
I thought
Two-
they were playing Fitzpatrick.
The two
I
is
don't
gonna be
know.
back.
I think he's gonna be back, but
Even then,
even if he's not, they'll still win because I don't think.
Wait, what happened to
Who's
Tua?
the Bengals quarterback?
Tua got hurt.
Oh, I thought they benched him. for
Ryan
some reason.
Finley.
Finley.
So that's
isn't-
exactly why the Dolphins will win.
Yeah, I don't think Finley's good enough.
So we finally got a good game.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Colts, Texans. Well, I don't
Who's home?
know.
I believe Texans.
All right,
Yeah,
then
I
give
think-
me the Texans.
Yeah, because
What?
there's a huge home field advantage.
They
right
will
now.
split. They always split. Every single year.
I'll go Colts. Texans are playing hot after their big win over the Lions. So
Huge
the Lions
win.
are the best
Tough.
team in the league. So
They will not have Will Fuller though. I forgot about that.
yeah, because he decided that
Idiot.
don't trust doctors.
Don't do
Everybody.
steroids, people.
Yeah, I think he should just be canceled forever.
Cancel
Dude, yeah.
Will Fuller 2020. Will, we would love to have you on
Why
the
would
show.
you do that?
He's suspended for how many games?
6.
Yeah, so he
Yes!
can't even play the rest of the year.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna make the play.
So Mason
will-
won't have him.
We will play. No, Titans will have to play him without him. So.
Oh,
He's gonna have his first 1,000-yard receiving year. He was gonna be a free agent, so he's gonna get that big contract.
and he had a
Okay.
big ass game this week too.
He
Like,
balled out.
Imagine if Hawkins was still on that team.
Yeah, that would have been. Could you imagine Hawkins playing with Deshaun Watson? That would be insane.
Oh
that's
my
never
God.
happened.
We've never
What?
seen that before.
Okay, I'm going Colts. They got kind of destroyed last week, but I'm playing devil's advocate. Their defense is still pretty good. They're a little banged up. I think Phillip Rogers, he's been in these situations before. I think he'll just bounce back and
Pop off.
lead them to the win. Yeah, well, not pop off. He's Phillip Rivers, but I
Yeah, true.
think he got it.
All right, we got Lions, Bears, Max.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go Lions because I think Kenny Galladay is gonna be back, which is pretty big for them because they haven't had him a lot this season.
Yeah.
Teams always play better when they fire a coach. They play like with
The
a lot
next
more
game.
energy the next
Yeah.
game. So I think they're gonna ball out and beat the Bears, who have they won since they went 5-1?
I thought they were 5-0.
Or 5-0, so now they're 5-6.
Yeah, I think they've lost 6 straight.
Oh, that
So
sucked. Oh.
I am going with the Lions on this one.
All right.
I'll play devil's advocate on this.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah, I got you. Matt Nagy seemed like he was gonna spark a fire under this team.
Yeah, I bet he would.
I think he's going to do that.
Matt Nagy.
Who's gonna start as quarterback for the
I
Bears?
imagine Trubisky.
Trubisky
Even
down,
though he
let's
kind of
go!
sucked. I was actually looking forward to seeing him play, but he kind of shit the bed
Yeah.
against the Packers. But
Yeah.
I think something
Did
sparks.
Trubisky play?
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
He did? I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Something sparks a fire under that team, and they beat the Lions because they need a win. They need
They
one
do.
so bad.
Yeah.
The Lions need one more.
They both need wins. But the
Alright,
Bears are in the
they'll
playoff
tie.
hunt,
I mean,
so they want it more.
one's team's 4-7, one's 5-6. So,
This is a must-win game for the Bears, by the way.
Yeah.
well, then the Vikings are in the playoff hunt because they have the same record, but are also
They are in the
playing
playoff hunt.
Jaguar. Okay, we're going on.
All right, Saints, Falcons. Cy. Honestly, this could be a close game.
Saints. Is Breeze back yet?
No, he gets
No.
back week
16.
16.
So,
Still Saints, because
Yeah.
Falcons have a terrible defense. Even though they destroyed the Texans, I think that was a fluke.
Really?
wasn't it the Ravens?
That's what I meant. But it was a fluke.
Unprofessionalism?
Hmm.
We're going to get a new co-host coming real soon. Real soon.
Because I messed up one.
You better step up your game,
Yeah.
boy.
Apparently, we have no room for
Zach,
slack
can
here.
we
Yeah.
talk after the show?
I mean, I would, but I'm kind of busy. So.
Yeah, he's got to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, I
to
gotta
watch
catch
that.
my plane.
Yeah.
I think the Saints are also gonna win. Like, let's not forget the Falcons got blown out by the Saints 2 weeks ago.
hmm
yeah.
I think that the defense can't stop Taysom Hill, Kamara, and Michael Thomas. It's really Saints defense was playing the best it has in the last decade, ever since Bounty Gate, when they decided that hurting players was on the agenda. So. But here's the thing: they don't have to play Hinton; they have to play Matt Ryan.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's probably a benefit for the Saints because Hinton's better than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, I'm thinking
Finn's probably better than Mahomes.
I'm going. The Saints are gonna win this one.
All right, Giants, Seahawks. Max.
Uh,
Oops.
I'm gonna go the Seahawks.
What? Just kidding.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me
All
why.
right.
So
Tell me why.
Daniel Jones is hurt.
Yep.
Here's the thing about that.
What?
That's even with Daniel Jones, they still lose.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's the thing.
100%.
The-
Gallman, though.
Who's back up?
I have no idea.
Why don't we look it up?
Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out of retirement.
Seahawks have DK Metcalf, Lockett. I mean, Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde have been a pretty good 1-2 punch in that backfield. Russell Wilson's finally getting his mojo back.
I also feel
playing.
like Jamal Adams is finally playing good D.
He had a good game last week, but I take that with a grain of salt because it's the Eagles and everyone looks good against their offense.
Colt
so-
McCoy, the GOAT.
Oh my God, Colt McCoy.
Colt
the
McCoy.
goat. Okay, this changes everything. Oh my God. What if this is the 2007 national championship?
OMG.
The GOAT, Vince Young.
You're right.
Still lost. Yeah, Seahawks are winning this one. Yeah. It's not even
For
close.
sure. There's not, yeah.
All right.
Except I hope Gallman has a good game because waiver wire pickups for y'all. Pick up Gallman right now.
Waiver wire.
Who's
Um,
first on the waivers?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, right? It's probably me. All right, here we go.
Because you're good.
Yeah.
It's Ryan.
Rams versus Cardinals. Silas.
This is a good game.
This is a
Who won
very
the first time?
I want to say Cardinals.
I want to say Cardinals too.
I want to say
Let's
Rams.
say Cardinals, but just keep going.
Well, I need to know this for my pick.
That's stupid.
It's not. Because whoever won is going to... Oh, they haven't played? Have they not played twice already?
I don't know.
Look, we are professional. They have not played.
Alrighty.
Oh, they haven't.
Wait,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
is that?
Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
They
that's
haven't.
last year.
Oh.
Damn it, you goddamn buffoons. Can you see what I have to deal with?
Is it in
Horrible.
Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's gotta be because they were away, right?
Yes, they're away.
Yeah.
Okay, well then give me LA. I feel
What?
like they're playing better right now.
Well, here's the thing. I lied to you. It was actually in Arizona, so I'm actually going to pick the Cardinals. Just to fake
Oh,
you
a
out.
little trickery right there.
Little
That's not
podcast
fair.
trickery.
That's not fair.
I'll still like the Rams though.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Kyler did play terrible,
Horrible.
but
Played so bad.
still won. So
They did not win.
I lied.
Professionalism.
All right.
I thought they won. Who did they play?
Patriots, Chargers. Who are we on?
So the Patriots.
Max.
I had Cam and Kyler, so I was like, I got them confused.
Max, so you got Patriots versus Chargers.
I'm going Patriots. The Chargers suck, and I hate them.
Sai?
I'm mad at the Chargers for shaving Herbert's head.
Yep.
What?
Let's
Why?
cut
It
them.
looks terrible.
We're just gonna delete this game.
Why did they do
We're
it?
just gonna delete the Chargers. They're the new team that we don't talk about. I don't like them.
Herbert, I don't know why you did it, but why? You had
So I think that doesn't that make Tua the best quarterback in this draft class now? Because one's
'Cause he-
has a major knee injury, one's terrible.
What does he look
And
like? Is he
one's
like
Tua.
this now?
yes,
Ugh, that's horrible.
I know.
Looks like a
Look at
shaved
that.
ball sack.
His flow is gone.
Damn.
He's probably not gonna even complete a pass. Ladies and gentlemen, that is terrible.
Yeah,
Sorry,
give it.
Chargers fans.
Well, I still give it to Herbert. I don't think Tua is good enough
Over
to
the-
win Rookie of the Year.
Well, not rookie of the year. I'm just saying he's the best quarterback right now because of the flow.
You mean
Got
rookie
flow?
quarterback?
You know,
Shout out to middle school.
Middle school lunchroom.
cowabunga, dude.
Yeah.
All right, who you got?
Oh, in this game?
Yeah. Patriots versus the new team that shall not be named.
Give me.
We can still talk. We can still say the Chargers. I'm just pissed at them.
You pick the Patriots.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
I might.
Then do it.
Okay.
Keenan Allen's gonna pop off.
Upset of the week.
Here we go.
Is
Chargers.
this really an upset of the week?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's the Patriots. And the Chargers. I mean, you said it yourself. Chargers are not good.
Yeah.
Herbert cut his hair. He's not been in the same.
He's now gonna pop off.
I just think the Patriots are bound to have a bad week because they always do good and then just stink it up.
Alrighty, speaking of popping off, Eagles, Packers. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but Sai, who do you got? Dude, these games are
Packers.
so easy.
Packers.
Yeah.
100%.
Packers. don't even need to talk about this. We've
What
talked
are
about
these-
the Eagles way too much.
Yep. For all the reasons we named before, Packers are gonna win.
All right. Packers. Oh, this is going to be hard. Broncos, Chiefs.
Is Hinton still playing?
No.
Then no,
Well-
I'm gonna take the Chiefs then. Chiefs are gonna win.
Yep. No, we don't
Alrighty.
need to talk about that.
Imagine the Broncos win.
That'd be amazing.
That would be the funniest shit ever.
In Arrowhead.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa.
We got the
Whoa.
Washington football team versus the, what are they now, 11 and, oh wait, soon to be 11 and 0 Steelers. What? I just called that. Max, who you got?
I'm gonna pick the Steelers. For
Good
obvious
choice.
reasons.
Yep.
Um,
I didn't see an upset in that whole list.
Whoa, we still got 2 more games.
My bad.
We got Bills, 49ers.
yeah, your upset of the week was the Patriots Chargers. Did not see a single upset.
That's an upset.
Yeah, I know. You said you didn't see a single upset.
From you.
Oh, okay. I'll go Niners.
Alrighty. Sai?
I don't know if that's it. No, okay.
I don't know. If
I
it's
guess.
an upset.
I guess. I'll take Bills.
He guesses.
He guesses. So, you heard it here. Lock of the week. Niners are gonna win.
Alrighty.
Why?
Lock of the week.
Mullins
yeah,
is too good.
Debo Samuel is just the GOAT. Nick Mullins is gonna lead him to the promised land.
Because we all know Nick Mullins is a great quarterback.
Hey, they beat
The
the
best.
Rams.
They did, but they always beat the Rams.
Yeah, they do. Because the Rams suck.
apparently.
They're the worst.
They're also-
8-4 team ever.
They're actually 7-4.
Okay.
Are they
No,
really?
I'm calling it. They're gonna win this
Quick
week.
Mets. All right, our last game of the week should be a bad one. Here we go. Cowboys Ravens. Max.
Lamar's gonna be back. Cowboys suck. I hate the Cowboys. They're the worst team ever. I hate them so much.
This is
Go
gonna be a
Ravens.
Monday night game.
Tuesday night.
Oh shit.
It would have been Thursday. They were going to play 2 Thursday games in a row. I just realized that.
That's crazy.
But
That's
yeah,
great, bro.
Ravens, 100%. No question.
Alrighty. With an understanding of the NBA rosters, which team is going to be the worst this season, Max?
Going to Cavaliers.
Cleveland.
They lost Tristan.
Best city in the
They
world.
lost Tristan Thompson. So yeah, the best city in the world. The Sunshine
Cleveland,
State.
Ohio.
Sunshine.
Colin Sexton is actually like super overrated.
Yep.
He only scores because no one else like has the ball. He's like a really high usage rate. He's one of the worst defenders in the league. So is Garland. I don't really know what they're trying to
I
build
like
around.
Garland.
I like Garland more, but Garland also is a bad defender.
Is Kevin Love still on that team?
Yeah, he is. They're trying to get rid of him
I don't blame him. I also don't blame Kevin Love for not staying.
because he gets paid the big bucks.
But
Big
is it
bucks.
worth it to be on the
I don't know. The
Cavs?
Caps suck.
Bro, anything's worth for money.
But the other
Not
team, a couple teams that could be in the hunt. You got the Knicks. But the Knicks have had, I think, a good drafting like Obi Toppin and all these guys. So here's the thing about that: since we think it's gonna be good, it's gonna be terrible. They're gonna be the worst team in the league, and then get the 8th pick again.
Opposite day.
Yeah, I would say Knicks are the worst team. They always are. Everyone has hype for them, and then they just suck. I think it's going to be close, though. It's definitely going to be an East team.
It's gonna be an East team.
100%.
I mean, you could say like the Kings or the
No.
Spurs.
Ah ha ha. Repping the jersey.
Up in the jersey.
I realized we're both wearing, like, really old players.
Who's yours?
Chris Johnson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Chris Johnson, Tim Duncan, best friends all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, Silas.
Hmm.
Who was the best pick in the draft? Worst pick in the draft, and who was the biggest steal? In the
I can
draft?
tell you about the steal.
What's your steal? What's the biggest steal?
My
Grizzlies.
homeboys, they got my boy Tillman.
They
Max's
did
boy
They
Tillman.
did get my boy Tillman. What can I say?
He looked really good at Michigan State.
He did look really good at Michigan State. Was gonna win it all. Guaranteed if it wasn't for COVID. Cash is
And
the promise.
now that he's on the Grizzlies, I think he can really prove himself to be that 3 spot.
Yeah, I can see that. Worst pick of the draft? Patrick Williams drafted the Bulls at 4.
Yep.
He didn't even start in college.
Bruh.
Bulls GM, you got to get your
He didn't even average 10 points. It's
crap
like
together.
I know Devin Booker didn't start in college, but also he was drafted 13th and he was behind like Jamal Murray. So I don't get this.
They see talent.
Watch him just be absolute god. What if he's a new Michael Jordan?
No.
You never know.
You
No,
never
because
know.
Michael Jordan was drafted 3, so.
He also got cut in high school.
Did Patrick Williams get cut in high school?
I don't know. Let's look it up now.
And the best pick of the draft, in my opinion, is probably not a shocker. It's Tyrese Halliburton going to the Kings at 12. Like, watching the draft and following who Tyrese Halliburton was, he was so good. And he was dropping. Like, after LaMelo, he was the best player available, and he dropped all the way to 12. So, I think the Kings got a steal, which is crazy, because the Kings never do good.
I know.
They did pay De'Aaron Fox, which is amazing, because he's really good.
I think they're a good team.
Not going to make the playoffs, but
They might.
no, they won't.
If they're in the East, they would for sure.
Mm,
I
don't think so.
I think they would.
because you're going to have the Wizards back, and then you're going to have the Nets.
And the Wizards.
So, you're going to have all these teams.
I don't believe in the Wizards.
It's so hard to get into the playoffs now.
I know. There's so many good teams.
How would you guys grade the 76ers draft free agency and why? Draft and free agency.
I'm going to give them a solid B. I think that, getting shooters for Simmons is really good. And also getting Daryl Morey, a competent GM, is really impressive.
They also got their coach.
They did get
Doc.
They got Doc. So they got a better coach. They got a better GM. They got shooters to really space Simmons. Because the 1 year with Jimmy Butler, the reason they were doing so good is they were able to get the ball out of Simmons' hands and let him facilitate. And now having Seth Curry on the team, one of the best three-point shooters in the league, really helps that pick and roll and spacing. So it's going to really work between Embiid, Simmons, and all these shooters that they got. They also got Tyrese Maxey, who was a baller at Kentucky.
I used to like to see Harden go there. I think he'd fit good.
I think he would, but you have to give up either Embiid or Simmons for him.
I would give up Simmons.
I would also give up Simmons.
How would you grade it, Si?
I like a B too. I think that puts it pretty well.
Alrighty. What about the Bucks?
Sam, I'm going to let you start with this one.
Milwaukee.
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 The Deers.
Milwaukee.
Fear the deer.
I would give them a C.
They've had a really interesting one,
I know. They got Drew Holiday,
which is impressive.
but I feel like that's the only thing they've really benefited from.
Here's the thing they didn't get Bogdanovic, so like that since the trade fell through with Bogdanovic, reports are saying that Giannis is really like pissed at them thinking about leaving. So
I would leave if I was Giannis.
yep,
They have no
Bogdanovic is the
future.
GOAT. Janovic said that Bogdanovic is a player that they could really rely in the playoffs and get them wins. And so without having that fourth guy, they have Middleton and Holiday, and Giannis. But Bogdanovic, I think, was the guy to take him over the top. And without it, Giannis is might be able to leave.
Would you
Yeah.
also give him that grade, Si?
I give him a C. What would you give him?
I will give them a C.
What about... Now hear me out here.
I'm going to hear you out.
The Hornets.
They had two big moves. They drafted LaMelo Ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they signed Gordon Hayward to $30 million per year, 4 years, $120 million.
It's a lot
So
for Hayward.
it is a lot for Hayward. Didn't you see the thing where it was like Harden or LeBron and Hayward are like the only three players
Yeah.
that have gotten, or no, it was Kevin Durant, $30 million.
Yeah, Hayward does not deserve to be that highly
He
paid.
had one All-Star year with the Jazz.
And that's it. Ever since his
Can he-
terrible injury.
Let's hire his agent for our podcast, and then we will make so much money.
Yeah.
It's a good
He'll
idea.
probably pay us a ton.
LaMelo Ball, I think, was a good pick, but signing Gordon Hayward was, I don't get it. Like, why? Doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. Like,
Because they both play the same position.
yeah. So
I think you can start Hayward at the 3.
I think you can start him, and he's a good player, but it just doesn't do anything for your team.
I feel like they should try to get Westbrook.
Do you think Westbrook would work with LaMelo? And
I think they would.
I mean, they'd make the playoffs in the East,
Oh, yeah.
probably, but
Because then you have Westbrook, Melo, Hayward.
Hayward's like,
And
he's not what
Michael
he was.
Jordan.
You could have Michael Jordan come off the bench, probably
Yeah.
get you like
Oh, and we're
14
coming
points.
off.
So,
Solid 14.
okay, yeah. What do you rate him?
B+.
B+. You really
Okay.
think that Gordon was a good signing?
I think it was better than nothing.
I just think they overpaid for him, so I think it might have been.
What do you give him?
So, I'd give him a C.
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 That's
for
average.
C for Hornets.
C for Hornets.
Oh,
Charlotte.
C for Charlotte.
Yeah.
What about
Quick Max.
what about the Hawks? Sorry.
I don't know. I haven't been following the Hawks.
Okay, I will tell you. They get an A.
Why?
They got Bogdanovic. They got a lot of good pieces.
They got who?
Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovic.
The guys the Bucks couldn't get.
Oh, Bogdanovic.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of.
All the
Banyu?
European names.
But like, they've
Who
been
else did they
making
get?
big trades. The pair with Trade Young. They really just have really pieced around a team that I think they could get that A seed.
Instead of the Magic.
Yeah, I mean the Magic. I don't think are that good.
Magic are always like the most average team ever.
I don't get it. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Me either.
What
But,
would
like,
you grade him?
Here's the thing. They're gonna
I'll give him
have
a B+.
B+. Yeah, they get there. But like, here's the thing. It's just I like the future a lot of that team. So like, you got John Collins, Trey Young. They still got their picks, which is important. I mean, they got Clint Capella, who's still like 24, 25, and a pretty above average center, I'd say, in the league. So, I think the Hawks are gonna surprise a lot of people.
What would you grade him?
A.
A?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you already said that. My bad. What about the Pistons, Max?
I'm gonna give them an F. They decided that they wanted to sign every big man ever, but none of them are really that good, and they're not really gonna do anything for them.
Yeah. That actually might be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, no,
Below the
well, they got
Cavs.
Blake. They got Blake,
Yeah.
but,
But
I think
he's the
Blake
only
gets
one.
traded.
I would want to be traded if I was Blake. Because
So-
they have no talent in Detroit.
Isn't Derrick Rose still in Detroit? Or did he leave?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Would you
Uh,
also give him an F? Side?
Yeah.
They signed Grant Plumlee,
Basically the Nuggets bench.
the Nuggets bench. They overpaid for Grant. They overpaid for Plumlee. Didn't they sign like Dwight Howard? No, that was the Sixers. Sixers signed Dwight Howard. So that's another good reason why the Sixers did good. But
Mhm.
there's just a lot of big. They signed Josh Jackson, who was
Was he on the Grizzlies?
Mm-hmm. He was a G League.
Good riddance.
He was a G League player for a while. So I just think the Pistons had the worst free agency out of every team.
What about the Clippers?
Second worst.
Yeah.
D minus.
Because of hair
Or
on.
still F?
Because apparently they did sign Serge Ibaka and Marcus Saul, or not Marcus Saul. Marcus Saul went to the Lakers. What am I saying?
The GOAT.
So Serge Ibaka went to the Clippers. Pretty good signing, but losing Harold is a huge signing or huge blow. And to have him go to the varsity team in LA, the Lakers, is big. So I'm gonna give the Clippers a C minus, and then we're gonna go to the Lakers. Final team we're gonna talk about. The Lakers are gonna get an A.
Plus.
Yeah, really.
A
we
plus.
telegraphed this telepathically.
Yep.
Okay, they signed Dennis Schroeder, or they traded for Dennis Schroeder, and for getting rid of Danny Green.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge because Danny Green sucks.
Yep.
Although he's actually gonna be pretty good on the Sixers.
Did Danny Green also have the Sixers?
I think so.
Jeez, they got so many people.
They got shooters, which is exactly what they needed. But
They should need JJ Redick back.
they get and Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
They get like every spot up. Then they trade for Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, there you go.
And they trade for Landry Shamet back.
They got rid of Shamet?
They got rid of Shamet
Oh.
in his rookie year. Traded him to the Clippers. Who then traded
Oh,
him
yeah.
to the Nuts. But they also signed Harrell from the Clippers. So big
That's-
blow to them.
Lakers just got better from winning a championship.
I know. I don't know how they did it.
It makes me pissed.
They did lose Dwight Howard.
It's
But
not
they
gonna
did.
matter.
This actually remains to be seen. Anthony Davis is still not signed an
Yep.
extension yet. He's expected to, but the reports are he's waiting to see what Giannis does because there's a belief that they could get Giannis to LA.
The Greek freak.
Yes, the Greek freak.
On the Lakers?
That's just a rumor. Nothing's
That's
concerned.
so screwed up if that happens.
I know.
There's no chance any other.
Nah, the comeback
They're going
kids.
82-0.
The comeback kids got it. Go Denver. Nah, the Spurs dunking out.
Yeah.
So, after going through the draft and free agency, who were the biggest winners and who were the biggest losers of the draft? Let's start with you, Max.
Biggest winners, I gotta say, are the Sixers, Hawks, and Lakers. You can also put like teams who like Nuggets who signed R.J. Hampton, really had a good draft. Kings who had a good draft. Knicks who had a good draft. A lot of those teams were able to get pieces together, but the teams we already talked about above really were the winners of this. And I think the losers gotta be the Clippers, Pistons, and Bucks.
Yeah, I agree.
They couldn't re-sign players. They couldn't re-sign players, or they couldn't convince players to stay, or they signed players that just really hurt their team more than it helps. So that's what I gotta say about them.
What about you, Sam?
I have to agree with all of those. I mean,
Wow, no debate.
I'm not going to debate the Lakers being the best team. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's just dumb. I would love to see Davis and Giannis go to Memphis. That would be the best team I've ever seen in my lifetime.
What if you had to give up Durant?
They wouldn't
John
have to
Morant.
give up Ja.
What they,
Think about it.
what if they had to?
They wouldn't.
What if they had to give up Jaren Jackson Jr.?
I would do that in a heartbeat.
What if you had to trade Ja and JJJ for AD?
No.
Would you do that trade?
Because, no.
Because now, okay, you hate Bucks.
Who
Jaren
would
Jackson
play
Jr.
point guard? Nobody.
AD.
Tyus Jones.
No, you still got what's his face? Third guy.
The third guy.
It's not Devontae Graham. Oh, he's on the Hornets. He's good.
Yes, he is.
Shoot, Dylan something.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
He plays shooting guard though.
He's good. He can run the point. He's good. He's like
Nah.
a good scorer.
If you think about it, Morant, Brooks, Giannis,
They got a good young
Davis,
team.
JJJ. And then you have Brandon Clark and Tillman coming off the bench. Best team in the league.
If you add Giannis and AD to any team in the league, they're probably gonna win the championship.
But the Grizzlies, you added to
Dude,
their
could you
youth.
imagine if you put Giannis and AD on the Nets?
Oh my god. That would not be fair. But I'm saying
And then
Grizzlies,
you trade for Harden?
Grizzlies are a bad team. So adding good players would make them good.
Adding good players
Interesting.
to any team makes them good, so.
But especially the Grizzlies because their
only
youth,
the Grizzlies.
because their youth matches up. It's a good fit.
All right, I got 2 games for you guys to predict. They're Champions Classic games. First, we got
College basketball.
college basketball. Kentucky versus Kansas. Let's start with you, Si. Who's winning?
Give me
And
the
who's
Jayhawks, even though they lost to Gonzaga, the best team right now. Kentucky lost to some no-name school, I forget.
Isn't it like UNLV or something?
Something dumb.
Stupid.
I hate Kentucky with a living passion. Well, I think they should go die in a hole.
Okay.
Just the whole.
That's
like,
respectable. I'm also I'm gonna pick Kentucky.
Ooh.
I think they'll bounce back. This is also regular season college basketball, so this really doesn't matter. But
But it's
these
interesting.
are the biggest games for until probably the tournaments.
Yep. Please
conference
tell me the
tournament.
tournaments happens.
Imagine if
I'd
it
be.
doesn't.
Yeah, me too. But
I
mean,
can't
if they
go
sh- if
3
they
years without it.
If they shorten March Madness, I'd be fine. Like they go 16 teams, I'd be fine with that.
I would not.
I just want the tournaments to happen.
Cause
It's better than nothing.
it is, but 16.
Well, you
Start with the Sweet 16. That's so boring.
I know, because you're not gonna have like the upsets or anything. The
Exactly.
first rounds are the best rounds, but you gotta have something.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
All right. What about Michigan State versus Duke, Max?
I'm
I think
going
I know
Michigan
who
State.
you're- yeah.
I'm gonna go Michigan State. Rocket Watts is
No
the
question.
greatest player of all time. Played with LaMelo Ball in high school.
You did.
Was 4-star recruit. This is actually an interesting year for Michigan State because they lost their 2 best players, but they also still have some pretty solid pieces. They have Hauser, they have Aaron Henry, pretty good players. They have Foster Lawyer, who is a white guy who can play basketball, which is crazy. I think they're gonna be pretty good. I think they'll be able to beat Duke. Like they said though, this is still early in the season, and
Yeah.
Tom Izzo always. They seem to always get better as the season goes on. They always start pretty slow, but then they get better. So
What about you, sir?
Duke. Because they're better now.
Because they're a better team.
They are ranked higher, but they have a 3-game winning streak in this classic game.
Well,
if history repeats itself.
Streaks are meant to be broken. Just ask Snapchat.
Ooh.
Big
Coach-
joke.
Broken hearts.
I think they have a better coach, obviously.
Shut up! You're wrong.
Coach K.
Izzo is better.
Coach K, does he have a basketball court named after him?
What?
He has a pizza shop named after him, and I went there and I met him, and it was great pizza.
Great pizza.
Was it the best pizza you've ever had?
No, but it was like second because I went
Was
to
it
Chicago
Marco's
on the same trip and got deep dish, and it was
There you go.
delicious.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Shout out to
Shout out to Tom Izzo. Fucking love you.
and shout out to Coach K.
Izzo more.
Coach K more.
We'd love to
Izzo
have
most.
both
I
of you
met
on the
him.
show.
I met him.
Well, Coach K has a bit better legacy,
Nuh-uh.
better team overall.
Just false. Just false.
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 All right.
Best Duke player of all time? Go.
That's debatable.
Well, we have Magic Johnson, who's better than any Duke player ever.
That's one. But if you think about all
Magic
the players,
Johnson? Magic Johnson. We have Magic Johnson. What do you got?
that is not
North
based on the
Carolina's
school.
in here.
What about North Carolina?
That's where MJ went. So
He's the only player
UCLA
better.
went to third best player of all time, Magic Johnson. So fourth best player because
Well, because all the people at Duke are white, so they don't obviously not the best player.
that's true. They're pretty much the Notre Dame of the ACC.
What about Elton Brand?
Kyrie Irving,
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyrie Irving. Magic
player of
Johnson
all
is
time.
better than
Corey
Kyrie.
Maggette.
Grayson Allen.
Shit,
Got you there.
bro, you tripping?
Shout out to Grayson Allen on the Grizzlies.
All right. Let's
Oh, is he on the Grizzlies too?
yeah.
let's get into our final segment. If you've seen this
You
podcast
already know.
before,
We're
you
not
already
just-
know what's happening. We got the highs, we got the lows of the week. Silas.
It's your segment, buddy.
Well, we already
This-
talked about the highs before this even started.
Well, why don't you remind us?
Yeah, why don't you remind him?
I will remind you, and it is Sarah Fuller
Mhm.
and Hinton.
Yeah, we can't even name him.
Kendall
Kendall Hinton
Kendall.
and Sarah
Kind of a tongue
Fuller,
twister.
the two most inspirational stories of the week.
The two goats.
Much love to both of them. Even though they both struggled in what they did, they both made history.
Mm-hmm.
It was more about the precedent than what they actually did on
Yeah.
the football field.
You
You know.
just gotta love to see that inspirational stories in the world.
What's the low of the week, Si?
The low. This is a bad low.
It's about low.
Yeah, if you were this team, you would not want to be on this segment right now. Actually, this isn't even a team. This is a whole division.
I wonder what division this is.
Yeah. What is he gonna talk about?
I mean, this could be the low for every week ever.
Yeah.
Is it the AFC North? No.
Oh my no.
NFC West.
No, close.
Getting closer.
It is, in fact, the NFC East.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Shocker of the week.
Who would have guessed?
Wow, that is insane.
I don't know why they're just pissing me off this week. None of them
Dude.
should deserve to be in the NFL. I think they should all get demoted
Yeah.
to college football.
They're horrible.
Every single
Two
team
of the
that
teams won this week.
and they played each other,
No, Giants played the Bengals. We looked this up earlier.
who have their backup quarterback and have only won 2 games. And then
Well,
the
they're really
Redskins the football team beat the Cowboys.
You know what's funny?
What?
That division has the most Super Bowls combined out of any division.
Do they really?
Cowboys
Wait.
have 5,
Yeah.
Eagles have 1, Giants have 4, Redskins have 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They still suck. And
Not
I
this
hate
year.
all of
You.
them.
Fuck you.
If you only have 4 wins at this point in the season,
Yeah.
you suck.
Yeah,
Broncos.
Broncos. Falcons.
Yeah.
Michigan State has 2. They beat Northwestern. Top 10.
That's
Upset
true.
of the year.
That's to the year.
All
Ohio
right.
State's so scared they got COVID, so they can cancel the game.
And now Indiana's not going to win it because their quarterback's out for the season.
Rip.
Big Ten screwed.
Thank you to everybody who watched this week. We hope you made it to the end of the episode.
Probably didn't.
Yeah, this is a big one.
This was a big episode, and we will see you all next week on the Lunchroom Podcast.